NBA community. It is Monday, November 21st. Welcome to All 82. I am your host, Theo, and we are going to get right into it today. We are going to recap the 8 games from Sunday night. I'm going to start off in Phoenix. New York Knicks come in, struggling a little bit, coming off a couple losses. The Suns are playing really good ball. CP3 again out, Cam Johnson again out, Landry Shamet of course out. The Suns have no problem out rebound the Knicks 60-39, probably the key point in that game. 22 offensive rebounds, and that's a little surprising because Mitchell Robinson did return, and you would think that the Knicks would have a little more impact on the glass. They didn't. Suns easily 116-95 over the Knicks. All right, let's move on to Washington, where they were hosting the number 28 ranked Charlotte Hornets. Hornets come in still without Melo Ball, still without Cody Martin, and they put up a really good fight. This is actually a really solid game. The Wizards were without Rui, without Monte Morris, and still without DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright's a really solid player, so I do mention him because he impacts the game when he comes in. Wizards outlast the Hornets 106-102, and the Wizards moved to 10-7, so they're climbing. I give the Wizards a lot of respect. That starting lineup is more viable than what I thought with Porzingis, Kuzma, Bill. So Wizards, good win. Pistons go to Sacramento, the red hot Sacramento Kings. And what a fight, man. Pistons, they really gave it a fight without Cade, without Sadiq, without Stewart. They go in, they actually have the lead late in the game into the fourth quarter, still holding the lead. The Kings just outlast them at the end. Sabonis really hurt the Pistons on the offensive rebounding at the end, giving them extra shots. Kevin Huerter just hitting shot after shot at the end. Tremendous, high impact game. I mean, it's just super competitive. Smooth gameplay, low turnovers. I mean, that was a really well played game. The Kings just had too much in the end. They outlast the Pistons 137-129. All right, so we move on to Houston. They were hosting the Golden State Warriors. Klay Thompson erupts in the first quarter, hits them for 20. And the Rockets, they really never got back into the game after the second quarter. Curry adds 33, 6, and 15 assists. 53.5% shooting for the Golden State Warriors. They knock off the Rockets, even though Kevin Porter Jr. put in 30. And the Rockets, they're playing better ball. They're not winning that much right now, but you can see their system starting to come together. So we'll be keeping an eye on the Rockets, see if they can climb out of that 29 spot right now they're currently at. Warriors 127-120 in Houston. We move on to Dallas, right up the road here in Texas. This game, frustrating for a lot of Mavs fans. Mavs are pretty much fully healthy. I think Maxi Kleber was the only one out. Nuggets come in, no Aaron Gordon, no Jamal Murray, no Nikola Jokic. Again, for the second straight game, back-to-back games, the Nuggets played the Mavs. They played them Friday night. Mavs won. This time the Nuggets get them 98-97. Bones Highland puts in 29 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. Luka struggles, only puts up 22 points on 16 shots. Really bad loss for the Mavs. That's going to hurt them in the rankings. The Nuggets, you got to give them credit. They got that W. All right, so we move on to Brooklyn. Highly anticipated game Sunday. The Nets get Kyrie back. They're playing pretty good ball, coming back off the West Coast trip. Grizzlies still without Desmond Bane, Ja Morant, and now Triple J. He's out for this game. Zaire Williams still out. Danny Green still out. So they leaned highly on Dylan Brooks. He came through with 31 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Just not enough. Actually, the game was pretty close up until late third, and then the Nets just pulled away. KD adds 26, 7-7. Kyrie, 14 and 5 in his return, and Ben Simmons goes 11 for 13, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. That's probably his best game of the year. So he'll be looking to keep that going. If he can keep that going, the Nets are going to be climbing up the rankings soon. All right, Miami at Cleveland. This game was literally over probably about early second quarter. Also, no Butler, no Hero, no Duncan Robinson. Cavs without LeVert and Love. Easy win for the Cavs, 113-187. They did what they're supposed to do. Okay, Spurs, Lakers was the last game of the night. Spurs came in without Zach Collins, without Jakob Poeltl. Lakers, no LeBron James. Easy win for the Lakers, another blowout, 127-92. AD as 30 and 15. All right. So we recapped last night's games. Now we're gonna go into the actual rankings. All right. So we're gonna start off at number 30, as we always do. Work our way back up to the top. We got a lot of changes. A lot of people moving up, but it's not at the bottom. The bottom is pretty much the same. So with a 3-15 record, with losing 7 in a row, Detroit Pistons, you are still 30th. Not a surprise. All right, 29th, Houston Rockets, playing better ball, getting a little bit healthier, but still, you're at 29 with the 3-14 record. Charlotte Hornets, you are the 28th ranked team again, so no change here at the bottom. We do have change at the 27th spot, falling 2 spots to number 27 and falling fast. I don't know how much further they can fall, but the Bulls come in at 27th, losers of 4 in a row. All right, now we're getting into a little movement, more teams dropping 1 spot into your 26th spot, your San Antonio Spurs. They're struggling right now, lost 5 in a row. So we're gonna drop them down 1, up to number 24. We're back to 25, sorry about that, was moving ahead on myself. Okay, so up 1 spot, Orlando Magic, playing really good ball. I like what they're doing over there. They're only 5-12, but they're playing good ball with the limited roster that they have. Okay, so up 1 spot, or 2 spots is your LA Lakers. They are moving up with the 3 straight wins in a row. So Lakers getting back to it, 5-10. That's as high as I can put them with a 5-10 record, even though they won 3 in a row. 24 up from 26, so a good jump for the Lakers. A huge slide here at 23, down 4 spots. Miami Heat. They did get Bam back last night, but it didn't seem to make too much of a difference at Cleveland. Down 4 spots with a 7-10 record. Your Miami Heat at 23. At 22, another team sliding down 4 spots from the previous ranking. New York Knicks. They got Mitchell Robinson back, but they struggled against the Suns last night. I thought they were going to have a better outing. They didn't. So the Knicks, with the 8-9 record, now have lost 2 in a row. So they dropped down to 22nd, down from 18. Now we get to number 21. And it's just some teams are dropping because other teams are just playing better at this point. Oklahoma City have dropped 4 spots to 21. 7-9 record. Seems like they're kind of leveling out now. They were playing great ball for a while, so we'll see if they can get back on track. Coming in up 3 spots, Brooklyn Nets. So they're rising. They got Kyrie back. Ben Simmons, like I mentioned earlier, playing better. I mean, extremely well if you consider last night. Brooklyn Nets, you're at 20. You are up 3 spots from 23. And another team on the rise and up through the rankings is your Golden State Warriors. 3 wins in a row. Up to number 19. 2 wins in a row, check that. Added with still an 8-9 record. So I can't put them that higher than that. 8-9, you're still under 500. All right, so we're moving on to 18. This is your Minnesota Timberwolves. Back to 500 at 8-8. So we'll keep them there. They're playing decent ball, winners of 3 in a row. Up 2 spots, LA Clippers, they got Kawhi back. He's playing well already. No surprise there. 10-7 record. That's why I got them at 17. That 10-7 record. That's 3 games above 500. Obviously, they're winners of 2 in a row. So very comfortable with them at 17. At 16, down 2 spots. Toronto Raptors coming off a loss. They are 9-8. Still a really good team. They just got to get back healthy, get everybody back moving in their offense. I like what they're doing. All right. So we're going to move on to the 14th ranked team, the Washington Wizards. Really impressed with them. I wasn't earlier in the season, but now I like their starting 5. They're getting good bench production also. So the Wizards, you are up 1 spot with a 10-7 record, and you have won 2 games in a row. I made a mistake right there. One team I left off. Wizards are not 15th, they're actually 14th. The 15th ranked team, and up 1 spot again. Still moving up, your Indiana Pacers. 4 wins in a row, 9-6 record. If you haven't watched the Pacers, watch this team. Rick Carlisle's got them playing well. Very, very good pace. Okay, so now we move up to the actual Washington Wizards at 14. Got ahead of myself a little bit again, but Wizards, winners of 2 in a row, 10-7 record, 14th ranked, pretty good team right there. All right, Philadelphia 76ers, you are steady at 13, 8-8 record, but they got some high quality wins. That's why I keep them at 13. They did lose last game, but their wins are pretty good. Down 2 spots, your New Orleans Pelicans down to 12. They've lost 2 in a row. They really got to get Zion back, get everybody going there. And at 11, steady at 11, Memphis Grizzlies. I'm not going to move them down. I'm going to keep them at 11 because their system is great. They're without Ja, without Triple J, without Desmond Bain. So Grizzlies, you're at 11. And down 3 spots. A lot of people around here ain't gonna like this, but Dallas Mavericks down from 7. You are now the 10th ranked team in the top 30 today. Coming off a pretty bad loss to the Denver Nuggets. So we'll see if Jason Kidd can get them on track, get them going. And up 3 spots, a team I told you I like a lot. They're getting back healthy. Cleveland Cavaliers, you are up 3 spots to number 9. I really like this team. The backcourt's outstanding. Garland, Mitchell, Jared Allen's back. He looks like he's getting back in his groove. LeVert's not playing. Love's not playing, but they should be getting that back shortly. A team down 3 spots. Portland Trailblazers. Utah went in there Saturday night. Really tight game, back and forth. Actually, Utah held the lead pretty much the whole game until about the 3rd, 4th quarter. Then Blazers started fighting back. Dame went out. Mike Conley went out in that game. That was a really excellent game. Really tremendous Western Conference battle on Saturday night. Blazers come up short. They're down 3 spots to number 8. And your number 7th ranked team, the hottest team in the NBA at this. Well, the second hottest team. This is the hottest team in the Western Conference. Sacramento Kings. You are climbing up the rankings. You are up to number 7 with a 6-game win streak. These Kings are outstanding. Pistons did almost have them beat, but you got to give the Kings credit. They closed it out in the end, and the energy in that building is tough. It's tough. Steady at number 6, Atlanta Hawks. Just like the whole nucleus of this team, they're gonna stay steady there. Down 1 spot, but still holding on in the top 5 with a 10-6 record. Denver Nuggets. They split that series with the Mavs here, so I give them a lot of credit for that. Without 3 of their 5 starters. And okay, so we're moving into top 5. Nuggets are 5, and a team that's playing well. Your Phoenix Suns, you are the 4th ranked team. Without Chris Paul, without Cam Johnson, their ball movement is excellent. Their rotational defense is excellent. They beat the Knicks last night. Really, really like that win. Devin Booker, he's going to be very high in our MVP rankings as we get them going for the first quarter of the season. We're getting close to the 20-game mark. So once we get to that 20-game mark, we'll be releasing our MVP rankings. We're also going to do the MVP rankings per division. Who is the MVP of the Southwest Division? Who is the MVP of the Central Division? So we like to break it up like that, get real into it. And up 5 spots to number 3, Utah Jazz. You are back on top of the Western Conference. 1-2 in a row, 2 very impressive wins over Phoenix and Portland. That's why you jumped 5 spots back to number 3. 12-6, number 1 in the West. Holding steady at number 2, your Milwaukee Bucks. Can't move them. Hopefully they start getting some of their players back. But they lost their last game, but I'm still comfortable with them at number 2, no problem. And the number 1 team, we all know who it is. It's the Boston Celtics. 9 wins in a row. Doing this with guys in and out of their rotation due to injuries. But, you just got to give the Celtics credit. They're far and away the number 1 team. And they're winning on the road. They're winning all type of ways. Brown and Tatum, outstanding. So I look forward to getting our MVP rankings going. So there it is. Big movement in the top 10. Mavs down to 10. Cavs up to 9. Kings all the way up to 7. Hawks steady. Nuggets holding on at 5. Jazz climbing. Suns steady. Bucks steady. Celtics just on a roll right now. So now we're going to move on to tonight's game. Give you a preview of tonight's games. And we have the Atlanta Hawks going into Cleveland 10-6. So the Hawks are going to look to hold on to that number 6 spot. Can they get this win in Cleveland? We're going to see. That's going to be a tremendous game. Orlando Magic, they head into Indiana. That's going to be a really good matchup also. Look to see if the Magic can get any of their players back. Pacers, they get back home. We'll see if the Pacers can keep it rolling. Celtics at Bulls. The Bulls are struggling. This is not the team the Bulls want to see right now. But it would be a great win if they could somehow pull it out. But the Celtics are rolling. They're coming off a few games rest. So Celtics at Bulls tonight. We move on to the Blazers at Bucks. Blazers starting back on the East Coast trip. So the Bucks are going to look to hold that down. Blazers will be looking to bounce back from that loss Saturday night. That's going to be a really good matchup. So we'll see if we'll see who wins out of that. We move on to Minnesota as they'll be hosting the Miami Heat. Interesting game. Bam Adebayo's back. We'll see if the Heat can get anybody else back. Maybe Jimmy Butler. We'll see. Wolves look to keep it rolling. They're at 8-8. So we'll see if they can climb over that 500 mark and keep rising up through the rankings. Golden State Warriors are visiting the New Orleans Pelicans. So that's going to be another interesting West Coast matchup. That's going to be tough. If the Warriors can get that, they'll be back to 500. Pelicans are really going to fight. They're going to fight hard tonight. So we'll see who can pull that one out. That's going to be a really good matchup. New York Knicks at Oklahoma City Thunder. You remember earlier in the year, the Thunder went into New York, blew them out by like 40-some. I think they put up like 140, 150 points on them in regulation time. So the Knicks will be looking to get some revenge back on that. That's a good game to look into. They're also 21st and 22nd ranked, so they're right next to each other. We'll see who pulls that one out. We're going to close out with the Utah Jazz, the number 1 team in the Western Conference. Utah Jazz, they go into the LA Clippers tonight, so we'll see if Kawhi play. Paul George, I know he has some knee soreness, so that's going to close out the Monday slate. Pretty good game to close it out. But Utah Jazz, they're outstanding. Jordan Clarkson, he finished out the Blazers. Man, I watched that game intensely. Jordan Clarkson, they call him the Flame. He went off the last couple minutes against the Blazers, put them away. So we'll see if the Jazz can keep it rolling out there in LA tonight. Really great slate of games tonight. I hope you guys enjoy your Monday and sit back and watch some great NBA basketball.